There are two kinds of people in this world: those who wait and those who remember. Remember what? That the universe moves when you do. That what you speak, you create. That nothing outside you is more powerful than what's already within. Many people spend their entire lives chasing external signs, hoping that success will one day come knocking. But the truth is, success doesn't visit. It responds. It responds to clarity, intention, and alignment. And that's exactly how the woman behind some of the most powerful teachings of all time lived. She didn't manifest by accident. She commanded life with conviction. Before the world talked about vision boards or manifestation challenges, she was already proving, through her own life, that the mind, when disciplined, becomes the bridge between the invisible and the real. This isn't about blind faith. It's about knowing the rules of the game. She lost everything once. She was rejected, silenced, and misunderstood. And yet, she became one of the most quoted spiritual voices of our time. Not because she was loud, but because she was aligned. So let me ask you, have you been trying to manifest your dream life from a place of fear? Or are you stepping into your power every single day? Because if you knew how powerful your word really is, you'd never again say, "I can't." You're not here to wish. You're here to remember. Remember that what you speak into your world shapes it, moment by moment. And this is exactly how her dream life came to be. Not by force, but by spiritual law. That dream in your heart, it didn't appear by accident. It's a spiritual assignment, a message from your higher self asking, will you rise to meet who you were meant to be? Florence Scovel Shinn didn't teach people to chase their desires. She taught them to command their reality through unwavering alignment. She believed and proved that the dream already exists in the invisible. The only task is to remove the blocks within that resist it. You weren't meant to live a life of hesitation. You were meant to live with divine certainty. And let me tell you something real. Everyone you admire, everyone who has created something meaningful, had to cross the same threshold, from doubt to decision. Take Sarah Blakely. Before becoming a billionaire, she was selling fax machines door to door. She had no business background, no investors, no roadmap. But she had a vision, and more than that, she had faith. While everyone around her expected her to settle, she began living as if she already knew the outcome. She wrote down her goals, she spoke them aloud, and when she created her product, she didn't ask, will they like it? She decided, they already will. That's what Florence meant when she said, your word is your wand. You don't wait for life to validate you. You decide who you are, and life responds to that vibration. So ask yourself, are you still waiting for a sign? Or are you finally ready to say, it is done? The dream is not a maybe, it's a memory. And your only job is to return to it again and again until your reality catches up. Most people don't realize this, but their lives are just mirrors of their own hesitation. They say they want the dream, but they still speak like it's far away. They act like they need to earn what's already been assigned to them by divine law. Florence Scovel Shinn didn't hope her life would change. She aligned with it first, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and that alignment became her magnet. The subconscious doesn't wait for proof. It responds to posture. If you live like the vision is real, the world will follow your lead. But if you live like it's just a wish, it will stay out of reach. Forever. Sarah Blakely is a perfect example. She didn't create Spanx by asking the world for permission. She stepped into her future identity and stayed there, even when no one believed in her. When investors laughed, she kept pitching. When stores said no, she kept knocking. She believed in something she couldn't yet see. And that belief shaped her reality. She didn't need others to approve. She needed to stay aligned. And that's what most people miss. They try to manifest from the outside in, changing their circumstances, their schedules, their followers. But true transformation happens from the inside out. Your vibration leads, and the physical follows. Florence used to say that when you act as if, you're not pretending. You're preparing. You're walking in faith, not fantasy. So what's stopping you from doing the same? Fear? Doubt? The voice that says, you're not ready? Silence it. Speak louder. Your mind is listening. And the moment you live like it's already yours, that's when the shift begins. Not because the world changed, but because you did. You've been asking for signs. But the truth is, you've already received them. That dream, that quiet inner nudge, that moment you felt something was meant for you, that was the sign. The real question is, are you still waiting for confirmation? Or are you finally ready to move, like someone who already knows? Florence Scovel Shinn taught that life doesn't respond to doubt. It responds to decision. And decision isn't something you make once and forget. It's a frequency you choose and hold, even when nothing outside you has changed yet. Most people never manifest what they desire because they keep waiting for the external world to shift first. But reality bends to the inner world, not the other way around. Sarah Blakely didn't know how it would happen. She just knew it would. And that knowing activated something deeper. Persistence, creativity, alignment, and the exact opportunity she needed. The universe doesn't need a perfect plan. It just needs your clear direction. So if you're wondering why things still feel stuck, ask yourself this. Have you fully stepped into the version of you who already has what you want? Or are you still negotiating with fear? You can't create a new life with the same old mindset. You can't attract abundance while identifying with lack. It has to end now. The hesitation, the self-doubt, the constant delay. Not because the timing is finally right, but because you're finally ready to decide. Florence once said, "Do not settle for half a blessing. Either you believe you are fully worthy, or you're still operating from a place of limitation. This is your turning point. Decide. Decide that your vision is real. Decide that your word carries power. Decide that the dream was placed in you for a reason, and you're no longer asking for permission to live it. Because the moment you choose with conviction, life rearranges itself to match that vibration. And that's not magic. That's spiritual law. You were never meant to chase. You were meant to attract. But attraction doesn't begin with affirmations or lucky breaks. It begins with energy, with embodiment. Florence understood that the invisible realm governs the visible one. She didn't teach people to hope for results. She taught them to become a match for them. That's where most people fail. They ask for the dream, but they live like it's still out of reach. They declare one thing, but carry the energy of lack. And the subconscious doesn't listen to your words. It listens to your tone, your frequency, your state. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. Sarah Blakely became the energy of success long before anyone knew her name. She envisioned the outcome with crystal clarity and backed it with daily action, but most importantly, with internal alignment. She wasn't trying to prove her worth. She knew her worth. That's what Florence meant by speaking the word. It's not about empty repetition. It's about anchoring your identity in truth, in the unseen reality that already exists. So ask yourself today, what version of you have you been practicing? The one who's still waiting, or the one who's already received? Because the moment you shift into that energy, people respond differently. Opportunities appear. Doors open that you never even knocked on. This isn't positive thinking. This is vibrational discipline. And it's not a one-time thing. You practice it daily. You wake up and speak from the vision. You walk through your day as if it's already unfolding. You stop asking, when will it come? And you start declaring, it's already mine. Because that shift, that quiet, unshakable knowing, that's what turns a wish into a reality. Florence didn't teach magic. She taught mastery. And the moment you treat your energy like it matters, everything around you will start to reflect that mastery back. Here's the truth. You were never waiting for the dream. The dream was always waiting for you. To stop hesitating. To stop shrinking. To stop second-guessing what you already know deep inside. Florence Scovel Shinn didn't change her life by luck. She changed it by law. The law of mind, of vibration, of spiritual authority. She mastered the space between thought and reality. And so can you. The only reason the dream feels far away is because you haven't fully stepped into the version of you who's meant to live it. Not just speak it. Not just write it down. But embody it boldly, clearly, unapologetically. Sarah Blakely didn't become who she is by chance. She didn't let rejection define her. She chose to see every no as part of a greater alignment. Not a denial, but a redirection. And that's what you're being called to do now. You already have the desire, and that desire is proof of possibility. So if this message is waking something up in you, don't just listen and move on. Let it land. Let it activate something deeper. And take one small but powerful action right now. Comment below with, I decide now, to claim the shift. Subscribe to this channel if you're ready to walk this path. Because this isn't just inspiration. This is transformation, and we walk it together. Florence once said, man must prepare for the thing he has asked for when there isn't the slightest sign of it in sight. So start preparing. Start showing up like it's already yours. Speak it. Feel it. Live it. And when doubt tries to return, come back to this truth. It is done.